In the beginning of episode 9, Ian takes Heeju out from in front of the press. Just then, Prime Minister Jung-ho comes to receive them. Choi and Hae-jong inform them that there are many reporters outside, asking what they should do now. Ian says he will go first, but Heeju holds his hand and says they will go together. However, in the next scene, Choi and Shuang come out instead, holding each other's hand. Royal guards shield them with umbrellas, so the public think they are Ian and Heeju. They both get inside the car, and realizing they had been holding each other's hand, both feel a bit awkward and shy. The media and everyone else are surrounding their car, so Prime Minister Jung-ho takes Ian and Heeju away from the other side. Meanwhile, Choi and Hae-jong arrive at the palace to handle matters, where Irene is already looking for Ian and Heeju. She asks Choi where the two of them are. As he is about to say something, Hae-jong tells him to be quiet. On the other side, Jung-ho brings them into his office. They discuss what to do next, although Jung-ho says that no one from the royal family will speak about this, because if the contract is real, any explanation will only make the matter worse. But Ian refuses, stating that their relationship was fake in the beginning, but not anymore, and while they deceived the public before, they won't do so now. Jung-ho gets angry and asks Ian if he thinks telling public the truth will make them believe him. He also asks, can either of them guarantee that their divorce won't happen? Neither of them has an answer. Just then, Jung-ho's security chief arrives and takes him away to show him something important. They find out through the news that an even bigger scandal has occurred. Someone told the media that Heeju was the prime suspect in the palace fire on the king's birthday, and that Ian saved her from punishment. Now people are saying that Ian and Heeju planned it together, that Ian is committing treason to become king, and Heeju is helping him. On the other side, Ian asks Heeju if she is scared. She denies it, saying she has nothing to lose. Then she asks if he is scared because he has things to lose. Ian admits he is scared and feels that because of what he owns, he might ruin her. Just then, Jung-ho arrives and tells them they must go to the palace as the public will protest there tomorrow. Believing Ian did all this to gain the throne, so staying inside the palace will be safest for them. Meanwhile, the Queen Mother calls all the relatives to the counseling hall for a meeting. As Heeju and Ian enter the palace, Hae-jong and Choi tell them about the meeting. Ian goes there, sees everyone, and asks to speak privately with the Queen Mother, but she refuses and begins to humiliate him. How dare you deceive the public and the royal family, she said. You sold your royal status, and Heeju bought it. She then starts to talk about Heeju being illegitimate, which angers Ian, but Heeju holds his hand, stopping him. Then she tells Choi and Hae-jong to take them away. Ian leaves in a rage. Heeju follows him and holds his hand to calm him down. She notices a cut on his hand from clenching his fist in anger. As she goes to get first aid, Ian hugs her and says, "Don't worry, I'm okay." The next day, Choi comes to Hae-jong and shows her another article claiming Heeju fainted in the royal court on purpose, which increases the gossip and public anger. We see the public protesting outside the palace, demanding that Ian step down from his position as the king's representative. In the next scene, Prime Minister Jung-ho comes to meet Ian. Ian tells him that things are escalating. Even though their marriage started with a contract, everything between them was genuine. But Jung-ho asks, what about the public's claim that you did this for the throne? Would you deny it? Ian asks, what would your response be if I don't deny it? Jung-ho replies, we don't want a king without public support, so it would be better if you resign from your position. We then see a scene from 5 days before the contract leak. Jung-ho had called Irem because he was suspicious of her background. Her brother needed money for a kidney transplant, and she was the one who set the bowls during the wedding rituals. Upon questioning, she confessed everything on record, that she had done it on the orders of the Queen Mother's father, Mr. Sang-woo. She was told that her brother's surgery would be stopped if she didn't comply. Jung-ho took this proof to the Queen Mother, but Irene kept saying her father couldn't do such a thing. Jung-ho says she knows it's true and asks if she was involved. Just then, Ian arrived to meet the Queen Mother. Jung-ho says the Grand Prince still doesn't know anything. The Queen Mother asks for some time. Jung-ho agrees, giving her until tonight. He leaves, and Ian asks him what he was doing, to which Jung-ho replies he just came for some work. Outside, he meets Heeju with her servant. Later, Heeju asks Jung-ho how the investigation is going and offers help. Jung-ho says it's getting very real. Heeju asks if she can't even show concern for her husband, adding that Jung-ho knows their marriage is just a show. But Jung-ho can see that Heeju genuinely cares for Ian. Meanwhile, the Queen Mother visits her father. She shows him the evidence and asks if he truly wanted to kill the Grand Prince. Her father asks where she got it. Irene yells if he's gone mad, worrying what will happen if this gets out. Sang-woo says Ian could take the throne, so they must do this. He reminds her that 3 years ago she didn't just burn the king's decree. The king also died in that fire. He asks her to think about what Ian would do if he found out. The Queen Mother says she had nothing to do with the king's death. Her father says no one will believe that. He doesn't care what she did, but she must keep the king safe to protect their family name. And to do that, they need to eliminate Ian. The next day, the Queen Mother meets Jung Ho and says, I thought about why you brought me the evidence instead of going to the Grand Prince. It's because you love Heeju. She then hands him a file containing Ian and Heeju's wedding contract. She says, if this gets out, the conditions benefit Heeju more, so she will face the most public outrage. Jungkook says, I wouldn't let that happen, but Irene replies, you want to protect her, I understand, but you have until tonight to decide. Saying this, she leaves. Back in the present, Ian asks Jung Ho what authority he has to tell him to relinquish his position. Jung Ho says his duty is to protect the crown, so Ian must face his downfall alone. He cannot let the king be caught up in all this. A court lady tells Irene that Jung Ho has been meeting with Ian for a long time. Irene says she wants to talk to Heeju now. Heeju is informed that Jung Ho told Ian to leave his position, even though he was on her side. She is also told that Irene wants to meet her. In their meeting, she asks how Heeju feels, ruining the name of the country's beloved Grand Prince. She asks what Ian gained from her by having this fake marriage. Hearing this, Heeju smiles and says she's sure the Queen Mother read in the contract that Ian wants nothing from her. He even agreed to stay with her for 3 years. Saying this, Heeju leaves but is very angry. On the other side, Hejong tells Ian that Mr. Sang-woo has come to meet the king to appeal for Ian's removal. Hearing this, Ian angrily heads to the court. Meanwhile, we see Sang-woo shouting at the king, showing him rumors about a past fire, but the king yells that his uncle didn't do it. Sang-woo tries to turn the nephew against Ian. Just then, Ian arrives, grabs Sang-woo by the throat, and asks how he dare threaten the king. He orders a court lady to take the king away. Ian tells Sang-woo he knows about his schemes and asks if he's scared Ian will become king. Heeju arrives and tries to stop him. Ian, still threatening Sang-woo, says if he wants to remove him from the palace, he'll have to kill him. But if he ever threatens his nephew again, he will die a death he never imagined. Saying this, Ian leaves. Outside, Ian sees the king crying. He remembers a scene from 3 years ago when Ian was going to talk to his brother, but a court lady says Irene is with him. Just then, Yoon arrives and they start playing. They overhear a conversation from a nearby room where Ian's brother writes a royal decree stating that after him, Ian will ascend the throne, preferring this over death. Irene takes the decree, burns it, and says she would rather see him die, doing everything for the crown prince. Back in the present, Ian hugs the king and tells him to come to him whenever he's scared. Back in his room, Ian tells Heeju he is sorry she saw that side of him. Heeju says it's fine. She likes that he is fighting back. To protect the ones we love, we should fight back. At night, Heeju comes to Ian, who is asleep. She touches his face, remembering the scene when he said he was scared, and confesses that she is scared too, feeling she might ruin him because of her. The next day, Minjun tells Heeju about the company's bad situation, which could also cause problems for her father. When Ian arrives, asking what's wrong, Heeju makes an excuse that her father isn't feeling well and she's going to see him. Ian offers to go together, but Heeju refuses, saying the public might see them, so she'd go alone. He agrees. In the next scene, Heeju goes to Jung Ho's office and asks what she should do, as both the palace and her company are in big trouble. Jung Ho tells her to do nothing for now. He will take care of her, but Heeju says she's not worried about herself. Jung Ho says she's not acting anymore. She said her relationship was just a show, but it doesn't seem that way. On this, Heeju admits he's right. She likes Ian a lot. Jung Ho isn't happy about this. Getting no help there, Heeju goes to her father, kneels before him, and apologizes for deceiving him and ruining the company's stock, begging for his help one last time. Hongok comes before her and asks if she wants to save herself or the Grand Prince. Heeju says she can save herself, but she needs his help for the Grand Prince. Meanwhile, Ian is working when Hejong brings him black tea and asks when he will take a day off. Ian asks what happened. Hejong says a request has come from the Prime Minister's office for him to step down from his official duties. Ian says Heeju must not find out about this. In the night, when Heeju arrives, Ian seems very happy. Heeju hugs him. Ian asks what happened, if it was a gift. Heeju looks at him and says, "Let's get a divorce." Shocked, Ian freezes, and the episode ends here. If you like the video and want to watch the next episode, comment and subscribe for more.